Hello guys. Anna here, Heart of Much Guarantee. Welcome to our live stream. I hope you will be active today because today's topic very interesting, and I have a feeling that you can quite help me to understand because this topic actually about you and dating in the West and why dating Ukrainian women is the only solution for American men. Topic of our video. So while you joining me, I'll just a little bit later post a StreamYard link by which you can join in a studio and have a video conversation with me. Okay. Meanwhile, I wanted to play this video, short video, and let's talk about it. Okay. Okay, I will just tell a short story before. So here we have Western women who organize single events in America, and her discovery, she make it free. She make it interesting for men because it will, she wanted to have it on her farm where men can fish in, and basically she post it in Facebook groups, local, a lot of, and she got viewed by 12,000 men. And the result that she had to actually cancel event. And so let's watch short video about this.
And yet they still didn't want to come. So I would love to hear from you all as to why you think men don't attend singles events.
You're going to have a majority of women be attracted to a minority of men at these things. So majority of men already know they're going to be wasting their time, and it's just going to be, just rejection after rejection after rejection, while this minority of men are being fought over by all the women. That's it. That's the biggest reason, is just rejection. So it's a waste of time for them.
So guys, why you not attending local single events in America? And if you wanted to share and talk with me on this topic, thank you very much. I just post here StreamYard link. It's in the chat. You're welcome to join. So guys, I was watching full video, with engagement and explanation from man's side. So I think the main problem is that attending these events, just man already lose hope that he can actually meet woman or attitude that he's looking for, in relationship. It's just more, I don't know, social event, but it's just missing this element of being romantic and building meaningful connections. So it seems like a lot of those experiences feels like interview. Just recently I talked to one of my coaching calls, prospective client, and he told me, he's a young man, he went on several dates. I asked how it's like dating now, and he told me, you know what, one of the women, she come with a big list, and like was a list of questions, and she like started to check if he's checking all her points. Or did I put it? Okay, it's here now, if you can type it. So and one of the questions she asked him was like, are you making more than 300,000 a year? And if not, I'm not interested, next. And it was like so shocking for me to hear that, somebody can behave this way, because I have a hard time to imagine how possibly this question can be like, who can answer? I mean, who can ask? Like, I cannot imagine Ukrainian women who've been asked this question and like even so directly, telling about like amounts she wants make man to man. It's just so against of what we experience in Ukraine. Ukrainian ladies, when they date Ukrainian men, they have no idea how much money he makes, and it's never like she never put nose in the things. We say put nose in the thing that it's not her matter, it's not her business. And Ukrainian man like will never, I mean, she will never ask, but he will never even answer her directly how much you make. It's not your business, And even if you make, why you decided that this man will spend this money on you, So it's just, this is a big difference between our cultures. Like in parties in Ukraine, it's just this question of what you're doing for a living can easily not be asked at all during all evening. People have social time. They talk about, I don't know, hobbies, interest, children, whatever, travel experiences, and you can leave party and you still don't know who's doing what, for a living. It's very normal, situation, and so it just it's just you know um breaking my mind, this kind of. And of course, if you come on a date with, romantic feelings, and you feel like you sit and and like you feel like you in interview, this is your boss. I'm not blaming you guys for not wanting to visit these events. um, Nobody wants to feel, judged, or like, feeling. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. There is a conversation when you with a Ukrainian lady where you discover each other lifestyle, hobbies, interests, and it gives you a general idea about how your interest matches, how your lifestyle and expectations about each other matching. Um, yeah, but it's never like how much you make, how much your dad, or like this all these things. It's just um eventually, if it's just very different level of relationship, different stage when you, I don't know, already planning family, and just preparing and seeing who will be working, what you can do, and all of that. Let me read your comments. I would not attend one of these events because the quality of women is no difference than on dating apps, right? Yeah, thank you. um It is a waste of time. Looking for a needle in haystack is unrealistic. Mm-hmm. I never attend those open dating events and will not go and attend in the future either. Why there's an 12, 2, 3 different baby daddies already? Just want a sugar daddy. Don't want children. The list goes on. Wow. Um, I believe if you're looking for marriage, collaborate with accredited matchmakers. Going to dating event, just tap to get future divorce. Oh wow, on happy future marriage. Why the buy me coffee link on? Notice lost videos on our channel. Yeah, we're still in business. It's a different channel. Yeah, we have to create within YouTube. We're waiting for monetization to be approved to create memberships within channel. Buy me coffee. Don't like Ukraine dating um, name and area, which is actually educational content mostly, right? But it's still not within policy of Buy Me Coffee, so unfortunately they shut down our Buy Me Coffee. We will announce. You will see new memberships, and we will announce them. Yeah, guys. You see, you're right. But tell me, okay, you cannot get what you want there, but still, should you giving up on being in a relationship at all? Or I don't know. I see there is a like different movements of men who completely like I don't know, women's haters, something like this, But I don't think it's fair to be this position into all women in the world, Maybe just need to open up horizon. And I do believe that's what happened to our Ukrainian women who cannot, find men within Ukraine. They just being open, like when men on introduction call ask why American, is always like confused because this is not American. I'm actually looking, I'm open any country where I can meet decent, traditional man who wants family, who wants the same thing that I want. And so let's watch this statistic.
Research done by the New York Times gives recent data from the Pew Research Center reveals that the percentage of single men under 30 has increased from 51% in 2019 to 63%. Despite being single, these men aren't actively seeking romantic connections. Ian Breslow, a 28-year-old high school teacher from Astoria, shared his perspective on modern dating, likening dates to job interviews. According to him, dating now feels transactional, with questions like, "What can you do for me?" and "Where is this going?" dominating the conversations. This sense of formality and utility extends to single events as well. These gatherings are intended to help people meet potential life partners, but many men feel that they end up being scrutinized in ways that resemble a job interview rather than a chance to connect romantically. As a result, these events can seem unappealing because they do not meet the expectations of forming genuine, meaningful connections.
I think living here, in the West now, experiences being engaged with a Canadian group woman, just trying to understand better culture and what's going on here. I'm seeing that, the problem that happen here is that people start to focus in more on me, and thinking about what you can give me, actually forgetting that love is a gift from God, that actually what we can give to other people, love is an action, it's not what happened when you give, it's naturally when men, give protection to a woman, it's naturally create desire, from her to take care, about him also, in a nurturing way, in a way that woman does, and actually women who live in feminine energy, it's something that that is like programmed within her, this desire of giving, right? And that's what man is looking for, right? mm, it's just like, it doesn't matter how, it's just something that man can experience only through woman. And so escaping any relationship, I don't know, we're just escaping ourselves, because I mean, I'm not I'm not saying you should go in a relationship where you don't feel like they will meet your expectations, or like there is something goes against what you want, your vision. um it's just a matter of, I don't know, if you cannot get this with the West, that's why I made this video, maybe solution to expand your, borders. And I know it's a different level of commitment and challenges, to go to establish, to, to fly to meet a lady, it's very, very new and, interesting journey. But I know at the same time, like, it's like Einstein said, right? If you're doing the same things over and over was expecting different result, it's just, it's not, it will not bring you to a different result, right? So here we are as many other. Okay, let's hear why. Okay, I read it. Okay, Vlad, thanks. Hello, thanks for stream. Can you give me idea of your prices? While the guys, yeah, we have on a website actually price tops, and so just to save time here, you can go and look. And generally speaking, we always trying to, like, we don't want a price thing will stop man from following his dream. If he's serious about this journey, we always very open and discuss and trying to, meet expectations and need of every client. So but it's still, it's matter of, your readiness. It's not just, on many different level. um, because investment with our services, it's one, expense, but then you need financially be ready to fly. And I must say that now this journey become in 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 many areas cheaper. Why? Because before, man was in relationship for um, 2 3 years, talking to each other and fly. You need to at least fly at least 2 times in a year, right, to like support relationship, to see each other. While they was waiting for K1 visa, I'm talking about America, it was just too much, too hard, for relationship. And now I see that a lot of other couples, they meet one time. If a relationship goes well, um, what they do next, they apply for visa, so next trip she can do already to him. And yeah, it's so easy with United for Ukrainians until this program still works, to get approved so quickly. And it just gives us opportunity to develop relationship in a more organic way, and not being under pressure of K1 visa to be, to get married within 3 months. Because I remember it was overwhelming, especially for women. They just come to a new country, and now this man, they was, so much, long time in relationship and distance, and now she need to make decision. It just was hard. So now it's just, yeah, much more easier in this part. So I do believe, unfortunately, even with the war, but it creates this opportunity for Ukrainian people to find safe places anywhere in the world. But again, as I said, I'm experiencing a lot of other women that left Ukraine, and a lot of them now come back. They have homes, they have friends, and they live in their skin, like what is to be stranger in a new country, mm, missing home, missing like all side effects of being immigrant. And it's not fun. It's and if you, like, I'm asking myself, would I move if I would be in a country with a war? And I would honestly, if I don't have foreigner like on my own, just to, I mean, foreigner husband. If I would not move to a man, on my own, just do this immigration. And my answer, probably no. I would just probably find some safe area within Ukraine, in some village where there's no sirens, and probably will continue to live there, because it's a big challenge, especially, if you have, like in my case, I had children, and it just, extra responsibility, and it's too risky. And the woman who live in a highly feminine energy, she's not dealing good with with uh, with being man. I mean, although a lot of Ukrainian men going through challenging time, I don't know, I think it's just historically people went through so many things that it trained them to be very resilient. And yet, like, those guys who freaking out about women taking advantage and now move because she's desperate. I think those women who desperately want to move at any price, they're already there. They already move in the West. As soon as program was launched, they found their ways. And so now, women, those who will be women moving, it just will be, the reason will be man, and love and experience that they will have together. And as a man, just research top many pros to share. There's nothing wrong to interview question of potential future work. Both need to qualify their ability, marriage, or relationship goals before get into serious relationship. Yeah, and I like yes and no. I mean, of course, you need to clarify, but you know what's killing even when I have introduction calls, when couple like sitting very serious and just question after question, it just loses natural sense of romance, and that's what you don't want to do there. So the best ideally, and that's what I even today experience on the introduction call, it's when men was making love woman, and just this what emotionally connects people, and break ice, and opens up for each other. Of course, you need to understand, and this is part of why you talk and discover each other, right? But it's just a matter of general vibe, while you do this. I know, sometimes we have with our introduction calls challenges for women to opens up in if I am there as a translator, or if I'm just there, just assisting call, just like a stranger third person. It just make a little bit people a little bit not comfortable, which is will be very different when they will be talking to each other on your own. But it still has this I don't know how to say. Every time when I have good call, I come after after this experience. Even I was not involved, right? I mean, I was just observing, be there as mm, assistants. But I like live through this romance. I come with uplifting mood, like something great happened, and like one more couple, and it just feels so good and so nice. And I understand, if men invest going on a date and living this date with the feelings that um he's been judged, he didn't like, he didn't meet all criteria, he didn't check all the boxes. It's make you feel that you're not good enough, right? That's what how it make you feel, and that's not how you want to come in relationship. You want actually to bring yourself, and you want to see that this partner, like prospective partner, interested in you and appreciative about your nature, about what what you offer, and your dialogue actually building around how you see a relationship, how like people, adult people, they want to understand if there is a common vision for common goals and things that bonding them, right? And so there is a conversation around this, right? But it just um, matter of matching interests, life goals, and but it's not about like if you're I'm Supergirl, like, and and who are you, like, like prove me I'm wrong. How much you have like desire to, you know. I watched some TikToks of Western women, like the way they say, I'm, I don't know, even she's beautiful, but the way she speaks, it's so like, it's so pushed away. You don't like, you feel like you need to jump over the bridge, to like impress this woman. And like, if this relationship about this, I do believe relationship about being yourself, and seeing, if this is your self version with the other yourself version, have mm, commonality and have things to develop. um Big Joe, somebody miss Joe. I will tell him, okay. um let's see here, new comment. This type of woman is good, but she must learn about my culture so she can adapt. Mm, Definitely. It's a it's a two-way two-way adoption, I would say. And men also need to learn about Ukrainian culture, and like it's just, when you come from your culture and then she, from hers, right? And you create relationship, you create something zero, which is common. That's something that you create together. As long as your, vision, your values, your life goals, your interest is common, it's much more easier to do. And just, I do believe, international marriage, international relationships, they require you to be more open-minded, because I'm seeing things um, where, for example, we know what we want, what we know, right? And so, like, there is some triggers. If Ukrainian women say, "I want to be independent," it's land on man. Oh no, I don't need this. I had enough of that, right? But what she means by that, actually, it's a very different story. Um, where she tell that I it's not this independent that you can imagine. Of course, of language barrier, it's also, it can be, because of limited language, it's hard to express what she means by that. uh, in Ukrainian family, often happen situation where men start relationship and she say, I don't want you to work, like, I'm good provider. And it means she has to rely on him completely. And not every woman wants to do this. She feel not secure doing that. And so when women Ukrainians say I want to be independent, she actually mean I want to work, because it will bring me to the place where I'm just, okay, first, I'm high energy woman and I need to, I just need to do something. Second, it just gives me some sense of protection, just like, I'm not a child, like, I'm adjusted. I can at least, I mean, normally what women spend this money for, just basically investing in their beauty, in clothes, which is again, investment kind of in relationship, because you all guys like when women take care about her, don't you? um and woman feels also, this is like a flower that, I don't know, get water, just investing in things that make her happy, and it just turn, and she don't want to ask you, like, darling, especially if she's older lady, like, can you give me money for manicure? It just, feels like I'm so, I don't know, I'm so childish. So that's why, uh what they mean by that. But I mean, it just immediately triggers this, I don't need that, like, but in actuality, it's completely different thing. It's just like, I went through experience in Ukraine behind that, okay? Behind that. I went through experience in Ukraine when men forbid me to work and I actually want to work. That's what it means, you see? And so there is a lot of those things where, um, things maybe not clear at the beginning, and where you need to, like, not be subconsciously driven from, by what you know, and like perceived everything from from your experience from the past, but just give a space of trying to understand what's behind that, what you mean by that, actually asking question, for example, simplest way, and then hear more to this, okay? Just don't make it black and white. You hear and like, you know it all, right? You don't know it all, because it's different culture and there is different challenges. And um for example, also, okay, let me now read your, I'm excited to learn Ukrainian culture and language because I find it so fascinating and rich in history. Thanks, Carl. That's right, and intercultural and both need to be open to learn. Hmm. A man who doesn't want his woman to work also realizes she can find a work husband and ruin his family forever. Who A man who doesn't want his woman to work. I just, I've done video about this, like, should she work, or should she, when she's integrating in another country? There is not many Ukrainian women who wants to do nothing when they especially move in new culture. Of course, it takes time to integrate, to learn language, to, from everybody start from different level. But especially young ladies, they want to see what they will be doing, work. It's not just financial satisfaction, it's also, our need to be social, right? And different people, like somebody introvert, somebody extrovert, they need to, they have different needs of being, being involved. What Ukrainian women trying to find always when they're looking for work, they try to find something that will not make them exhausted, so they have still, energy and, time for a family, for romance, for, spend time. So like if they have stressful work, Ukrainian woman, like if she has boss who make her life hard, she's like, bye. I'm not interested. I just like, this is not matching with how I want to come back to home. And so a lot of them just living this way, trying to find work that they will have still energy to share with the family. Jobs are excellent. The first place where women find partners or lovers. What man wants to expose himself to that if she is married? If he is married? Um, I don't know about first place. I actually never had any romance at work, and I was working for years in different companies. I was working with colleagues. I was working. I have big client base database. I mean, and yeah, we actually. I don't know. Maybe it's non-speaking some wisdom behind that, but like Ukrainian people try to avoid actually work romance because they understand if it doesn't work, like you have to change work. But if you really like this work, that's not something that you want to do, So people try to, and then people will be gossiping about you in relationship. So yeah, it's just not very common in Ukraine. Yeah, but so I don't think this is should like man. I just don't believe in any kind of like, when you come in a relationship and you tell person how she should behave, like not allowing this person to be yourself. Like you can have this desire and like woman to stay home, homemaker to be, right? But it should fit with her desire, because there is women who this is ideal life for them, this is dream for them, um but I just don't believe that, if woman wants to work and you tell her, listen, you will not be working if you want to be with me, it's just not right match. Don't you think so? um Beautiful, different people have different level of needness to be, active in society. And I've been there where I was forbidden to work and I didn't handle that well, and I'm doing what I'm doing with Magic Guarantee because this is for me, um it's enjoyment. It's my baby, people call it this way, additional baby. And I'm enjoying being part of what we're doing. And this is not because like, I mean, if I like, I know myself, I will not be doing work that I hate or I don't like. This is important for me that work bring me to a place of giving me energy, because that's what when you do what you love, it's just return to you always, you know in additional energy. Mm, so, but I know women, like I know, even I have friends and they have in my database also that register with me, that one lady, she told me like, I just, this is my dream to, I just wanted to do gardening. I wanted to take care about children. I want to take care about family. And so like, if I had this financial possibility, will be my ideal, ideal choose way to live. And she's very, she's in handmade, and like she will probably doing something, I don't know, like a hobby things, for homemakers, as people do. But but I don't think this is majority of Ukrainian women. And I think the big thing why they don't want this, also because they afraid to be completely dependent on men. Please define young ladies. I'm not sure. Young ladies, new generation of women want to continue to grow, work as a tool of personal growth. Yeah, definitely. Just also a journey of discovering yourself, your especially if you talk about ladies from big cities, from small cities, they just those who actually went from small city to big city because they felt this, big like potential within themselves and desire to realize. There is a lot of cases where girls who come from villages, from very small cities, they like, I don't know, like kind of like Western women, like super achievers and just like playing hard. But mostly most of the ladies who stay in small cities, they're very, in Ukraine, they're very traditional in their mindset. And again, if woman in big city, it doesn't mean she was born there, like they can be hybrid like me. I grew up in a small city and spent most of my life in Kiev, but I can comfortably live in small city as well as big city. And career was not, important for me, but work, to just have work that I like, yeah, I wanted to have this preference. And so I understood when I finished university that my choice to come back to my small city, and I will have very small very small options of work to have work, and most likely I will have work that I don't like, and this was deal breaker for me. So Kiev had more to offer. Yeah, I was passionately doing everything before, but I always was dreaming to work in marriage agency. This is my dream come true, guys. If you don't believe that dream come true, they are. Arena, yes, you can. Oh my goodness. Bingo. Yeah, I think that's a very interesting topic. You know what? When we have introduction call and women and men ask, this question, how you see yourself, like when you come to you say what you will be doing for a living. And so he asked this question normally from perspective to understand what she's doing in Ukraine, if she can continue to do, how important for her to work, right? Just to see how she can have potential to integrate. But then when women hear this question, she started to think, okay, if this man asked me why, because he cannot he's relying on me to come and help to pay the bills. If he's like, if I if I will be financially protected, because I, like every lady understand, integration, it takes time, right? And this time she will be relying on men financially. And it's always like trigger her fears of feeling safety and secure. So if man asking this question, I would just strongly recommend you guys just to clarify here that, why you're asking, and just general idea, like your vision and understanding, like, it's her option. When you put this way, if she wants to work, she understands you're capable to provide, her basic needs. But then if she feels she wants, but if you're not capable, and you expect, it's just not, if you invite lady in the introduction call and then tell her you're expecting her to come and just quickly integrate and helping to pay your bills, houses and everything. We don't have success with those kind of stories. It's just like why she would change her country. She has now a lot of them. We don't have in Ukraine a lot of loans, like people mostly live in their flats, so they feel they have sense of protection, although now it's all relatively, but still yeah um uh give right, and you have you have finance to provide you with food, with basic needs, right? But then when you have this kind of approach on telephone, you ask yourself like, and how it will be, it's a new country, I don't know how, like, I will mm, how much it takes for me time to integrate, what I will be doing, maybe I need to educate myself and everything. And so, and man will be expecting me to help to pay the bills like how it will be, like it sounds too risky, and it triggers her sense of her needs to be safe and security, and this is no go. That's the reality. Very simple. There is no any woman that would like a broke man's way. Yeah, definitely. Like, why, if man broke and that's the way it is, like, why to have this perception that somewhere in the world it will be okay for some women. So, like, I think it's when you broke, you need to take time to take care about your finances and just put everything together. And because there is no purpose to be in this journey if you cannot meet her need of um, safety and secure with you. And you see, she's not expecting you to come to Ukraine to live with her, right? It's question about, as a traditional culture, she follows you. And if matter of she follows you, she's question, will be safe for her to jump on the journey with you and change country and give up on her friends and family, and will you be that man that basically worth it, like, if you have um good level of interest and traction to each other, common goals, visions, it's a chance still, right? But she is willing to do this chance. But if there is no, I don't know, no emotional connection, no nothing, just or having deal breakers, it will not work. Maybe the vast majority of ladies wants to be with a man who is financially secured. I think, mm, I mean, you see, maybe I don't understand really Western women in this regard, because they say they don't need men to take care about them, right? And yet they come on a date and they tell you should do $300,000 a year, otherwise I'm not interested. So it's kind of like miss misunderstanding. It's very confusing for me to understand, like, how you want man, you don't need man to protect you, you don't need man to provide, you can do everything on your own, and yet you have requirements to his income. Like, Ukrainian women, at least they honest about this. They don't ask you how much you make, but they want to understand from talking to you, if you, I don't know, if you have shelter to live in, if you have money to buy food. Like I said, most of them, they don't looking for luxury life. Of course, if you took, I don't know, if you take like top model from our database, maybe she has a lot of options and she's more picky and demanding, or she grew up in a rich family where she had it all, and of course her lifestyle expectations, it's it's connected to what she, which is not the mainstream in Ukraine. Okay, it's just not very rich country. So, and it's in this regard, it's much easier um, to meet women's women's expectations and make her feel actually appreciated about what you can offer her, right? And what I'm seeing was our ladies, like one of our couples that long time already married. I just talked recently to them. She's actually okay. Yeah, it's a secret, but I know they don't afraid of any, like, they're not this uh, you know how to say, um, one of the ladies, she moved and she felt like she also can help financially. She was working in Uber, and I know it's it's safe, right? You can have tracking and everything, and it's fun, and it's a way for her was to integrate and learning English. But I mean, you see, mm, I don't know if Western woman, um, and also it's also like, okay, they consider this maybe not lifetime, but she takes time to get different diploma to do what she was doing in Ukraine, right? And so they not hesitate whether any possibility to integrate, to use chance, like not a princess, mm, not all, okay, but most. I'm talking about most, or most of the women. 70% rate divorce. How can be traditional homemaker wife, which died 50 years ago in the West? Austria is so positive. No, I don't know where you got this number, 70%. I have different stats, but it's high. Yeah, I agree with you. And I think it will be even higher. And I was recently made video, what's biggest fears of traditional women. And I think with war, um, you know, it's just becoming worst. Those men who've been to war and they come back at home. And so I give you statistics of in 2003, last year, in a half a year, we have registered 325,000 uh, or 20,000 ladies who asking for protect from domestic abuse. And so I think this number become big and bigger, because when men go at war and then come back and he doesn't have any, there is no in the budget, there is no in the budget things for visiting psychologist, going through this experience, let it go. It's just it's very changing, life changing experience. And do you think it will find um reflection on relationship, when men, it takes years to to restore yourself to. And I'm not I'm not that's the way it was in Soviet Union. People was living for years because it was such a big judgmental from society if you divorce, and it doesn't matter what people was happy or not happy, they just was staying together. And it's I don't believe it should look at just numbers, but generally seeing what's going on in our country and understanding everything that people going through, it's affect them certain way, and yeah, I'm also interested where this start from. I'll look at this way. Love is short. Never expect my life to pass away at 34. Feel sad for you. You have a gun? What is this gun? Ah, Matt. It's you, Matt. Oh my goodness. You have everywhere guns. Unless you have enough money to put away to support the rest of her life. What happens if you die? Oh, Anna, what you see in media and social media is not really correct interpretation. What do you mean? TikTok, it's filming real people. It's not show, right? It's just people have personal, social media, and they just express themselves, right? Well, what they, I mean, maybe shows. Yes, it's not shows their idea of making everything over dramatic or whatever. But yeah, that's the same question always Joe asks me. Like, what is source? First question he asks, because he always look at the source, because source is that's everything that, and you define information. If a person had funds to this journey, he will be able to provide for her. You don't have to make the 6-figure income. You have to provide the basic needs for you and her also. I prefer nature tradition to describe. Why? I honestly think that's what this word actually describe Slavic women. I think what's going on in the West, it's in a certain way also influence Ukraine, but it just maybe younger generation, they don't know how, what's the difference. At the end of the day, feminism and everything, it just didn't bring women to place of happiness, and it men as well. And it's very sad to observe, all things that happening. But I think until we will be like, I don't know, like Ukrainian man, Ukrainian woman, if she will be tolerating her domestic abuse, and being in this relationship again and again with the hope that it will never change, happen again, I don't think it's fair towards Ukrainian woman. And I would support divorce. Sorry to say, but that's what I will do from desire to survive. I don't think it's normal in nowadays to be in this kind of relationship, and the same I think for Western men, if they feel, like, I don't know, there is a viral video um on a woman who talks about, like, she's coach for men, on domestic abuse from Western women towards men, and there is a lot of men, was writing about how bad they was treated by women, um, and it's just, it's just like, until we'll be tolerating, and we teach people how to treat us, and until we will allow people to treat us this way, um, there is no lesson to learn. Um, I think Western women, in a long-term perspective, will come back eventually to being more traditional and more what in Ukraine still there, but it will take time, because every time when it's like um, when we go somewhere and we see that we didn't get what we expect to have, and with Pearl, for example, who is woman's advocate, right, talking about these things all, it's just like more and more women awake, and more women start to regret about, like, and they even tell, don't behave this way, like, don't if men approach you on the street, um don't talk to him rude, just like, if you're not interested, just be nice, and totally, why you need to be rude, if like, this is the way to kill any desire for, for man to approach woman on the street. um and like, you ask guys, you ask me why our ladies who live in the West need our help. I'm living here, it's not like I'm looking for a relationship, okay, but I'm still walking on the streets, right? I'm 1 year, not one time I've been approached, and I understand even more. I will tell you, when guys see me on the street and pass, they like turn their head in different direction. I don't know, they're afraid that I will go and tell them on police, or what will be. I don't understand, tell me what's going on here. But it's strange for me, like, you become feel like you're not a woman in Ukraine. Doesn't matter, like, you walk on the street, everybody, I don't know, men help you to carry your bags, open door for you. It's like, it's just natural desire of, like, every man, doesn't matter of his age, it just, men treat you as a woman. And here, I'm not blaming you. I understand why you stop doing this, because you have, angry reaction from women when you open door for them, and it's making my mind, crazy. And like, I'm seeing, I'm feeling, and I understand why women who live in the West need our help, because in order to, I don't know, they need to break themselves in order to get attention from foreigner. They need to be initiative. They need to start dialogue. And sorry, but this is not what traditional women would do. To try to approach men on the street. This is too much. And so, and then like I have like Ukrainian women doesn't have this level of confidence and mm, confidence in themselves. Most of them very shy. Do you know guys who's shy? Have you ever tried to do street pickup when you're shy? How difficult it is? That's how this challenging is for Ukrainian woman, because this is against her nature. Like man should approach because he should like me. I don't know if he likes me. Why would I bother, to do this? So they sit and waiting with us. I mean, when you go on dating apps, it's a different story. And I don't want to go there. Mm, misbehaving, not related to be traditional or not, it lack of moral education with their parents. I mean, some people say about traditional in a way of like Ukrainian tradition, eating borscht, I don't know, doing some celebrations. When I'm talking about traditional, what I mean, it's just in their roles, like woman live accordingly to her nature and she bring to the table. It's normal question, like, how you see relationship, and so it's normal answer here for woman, how she see it, right? What she's like, what's make her happy, what she wants to bring in this relationship. It's not make her feel upset or abused, with this question, which is very different in the West, right? As far as I know, it's question that pissed off woman, like, I'm already here, I'm already your gift, and like what you were going to do for me. Relationship is always, you know two ways. It's not one person give, another receive. It's always exchange of values, of things that that you have, that you want to share. You don't go there because somebody told you to be in a relationship. You go there because you want to be, because you feel you have this need uh, to give, especially if you talk about women. Women, Ukrainian, living in women's energy, they have this sense of nurturing. They need to give this love somewhere, to children. Children grew up, now what? Okay, I will go and take care about dogs and cats who doesn't have shelter, or I go to orphans and spend time there. Like, they have this, they need to release this energy within them, give this love. We don't approach women in the West because of feminist mindset. Yeah, I know, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, I understand there is a Western women who wants to be approached, and I mean, it's minority probably, and what majority do, it just kills your desire to actually approach. But what I'm saying, Western Slavic women that live in the West or recently moved, they don't have many chance to actually meet local men here, because they not approach on their own, but they not being approached because how can you understand I'm Canadian or I'm Ukrainian or whatever, unless you will speak to me maybe, and then you can understand my accent. So like accent, like immediately, like everybody, Ukraine, like how do you know, like but I understand it's something that you hear, I don't hear, I cannot identify. But yeah, when you just see person, mm, you don't know, and you don't want to step on a bomb that will blow up, right? So I understand you guys, why you don't do this. But that's what I'm saying, like, why Slavic women that we have registered with us, they have hard time to find men even living here, and I'm not talking about those who live in Ukraine. We use feminine instead of traditional. That's more inspiration. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we all put different meanings to, what is traditional. It means she doesn't work at all, or like she's what. And there is level of different levels of like how traditional woman, and I don't find myself in like compared to many Ukrainian women super traditional, but you find me like very traditional compared to Western women, for example. So like it's all in different grades. Um, um, we did the traditional way 35 years ago when we didn't have the technology of today. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And meanwhile, guys, thinking, looking for this opportunity. We have our beautiful couples engagement, Steve and Maria. Recently, we're so happy. Observing this is one of the couples who said that, Steve said that after like conversation with Maria, first time he felt like he knows her for years. And how he would explain me, how this common can be like two people from different culture. Okay, they didn't have language barrier, so it was much easier to click on this regard. But still, it's so beautiful. It's so magic. It's so oh, so happy and excited, and I cannot keep it just to myself. Yeah, and I wish we have more. More couples always. Yeah, and it just different. It's first introduction, which is always like mind blowing for me how it happened. um some guys need more introductions and his journey, and I was like try to um you know to explain them whatever happened to them, they get experience, they learning, and they been into a journey. And wherever sitting here and talking to me and learning, unless you know become on your foot moving ahead with your own experience. Knowledge is never your knowledge unless you live it through with your own experience. And the best way, just you know be there and looking for your partner. Of course, if you're ready, it's about readiness on many different ways. And if you're one of the guy who watching and I don't know, just came across accidentally and don't know and wanted to know more about how we work, like it's still I see the most like crazy question in the mind of man, like what you talk about, like in Ukraine war, what how meet Ukrainian women. So we don't ask men to go to Ukraine. So and yeah, it's just mind blowing for me. There is some okay, I will not be telling names, but there is some party for foreigners started in Ukraine, and it's just blew my mind, and like how it's possible during war to invite and take this risk, and even with no, I mean, seeing and knowing what they do, and it's okay. I just think okay, I don't want to talk about this. It's just not about relationship or building family. Anyway, if you just came across, you're welcome to come and register by this link and have a free matchmaking consultation with us, where we'll happy to answer how we work now. And yeah, just you'll get an idea and understanding. Um, um, I'll be watching the Flintstones. Joe told me I have this love of one of Flintstones woman. It's true? No? Malachi? We actually watch this Flintstones too with children. You see, sexy man. Yeah. So, um, Yeah, so guys, I think today it was giving me knowledge instead of me giving you knowledge. I mean, I was given different perspective on this question, and I just like for now I feel very summarizing. I feel very happy that we have this kind of breach between between Ukraine and men all over around the world who has, then I should say, not traditional point of view on the family, but masculine. If woman Ukrainian feminine, men have masculine way of seeing himself, his role in the family. And so just create these beautiful couples. And yeah, because I strongly don't believe that being alone it just brings us to a place of happiness, or I don't know. There is nothing wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. You can leave. I don't know. um, uh, if there is any best personal development course in the world, this is a relationship. And I do believe it develops us like anything else. And just being able to love sincerely someone and be able to, I don't know, live today and just love today each other. You don't know what world prepare what's going, unless there's so many things, can be taken and given to you in the world, but love is something that always there. And just natural gift from the God that he gave us to interact with the world. And I think uh, the more love within ourselves in our heart, the more love we engage with the world, generally with the people around. And that's the way we created to exist. Yes, I mean scam parties, but yeah, it's just like, different people, they want some people want just to have fun, and I don't know, just live in a fantasy world. And it's okay, it's their um I just like, what I don't like is that it's presenting as opportunity to find a wife, to find meaningful relationship and serious relationship. But it's just the design and how who those ladies and how they get in these parties, and the design is just like their goals is different. And so it's just not possible that will be any good outcome of this, because and I believe that's why we have even a lot of, not a lot, but we have, okay, this uh, okay, I wanted to say a lot because for me it's mind-blowing how many of those first introduction, engagement and marriage couples, because the intention are the same. And so, but if it not happen, it's just matter of finding right match. Because I don't believe that relation, you should click this way, you should click this way, just like I wanted guys, and why we work with the unlimited introduction, because I do believe that you shouldn't go with the deal breakers. You shouldn't go with this mindset that you meet this lady, she's interested in you, and just like you do everything, you you just like you push over yourself to things that you normally wouldn't do, just because you feel this mindset of limitations. I want actually you to experience mindset of you have choices. And because if you have choices, it doesn't mean you need to date many women, no, but it just means you're able to find this kind of match. Okay, not this, not this, but this. But it's also when you just met, it doesn't mean, it's not always like that, just like different people opens up. It just generally you have spark, you have interest. But then as we build in houses, right, first we stand foundation, and then we build walls, and we do furniture and like everything, renovation. And as we're doing everything, right, it just process of building, building this connection and growing in. It's just like, I don't know, flower that, and I see how our women change when they fall in love with men, when they right partner, how they changes face and everything. And it's like these blossom flowers, become much more beautiful than they was even when they registered with us. That's what love do to us. Yeah. um the well guys, yeah, that's wise move, because it just, yeah, paper letter in the era where we have free, free chats, WhatsApp, whatever, like any free way of communication just should like make guys think something wrong with this. And just some guys feel immediately something wrong, some guys just takes more time, and some unfortunately have been hooked. And just, I understand, investing a lot of time and money, it just gives you this sense of like realness, and it's very hard to, to break it when you feel this is real. Yeah, there will be soul profile tomorrow. I will be doing. Yeah, thank you for reminder. And yeah, lady speaks great English, and so I hope he will be interesting interview. Uh-huh. Yeah. Thank you very much for attending today live stream, and I have a lot of great ideas and things to share, but I will keep it a little bit for later. I hope I will see you next time in 2 weeks. Yeah, and my live stream. No, it's just for talking, okay? And I hope maybe you will guys come with me in studio, because I want to really to see you. Yeah, if possible. And then yeah, and tomorrow I will see you for soul profile, because I will be doing it. And after this I have group coaching session. Yeah, that I will let guys know in Telegram. Yeah, I hope with I will reinstall memberships in Ukraine dating, and we will invite more guys who wants to be in this journey. I'm not sure what, maybe we'll create different membership programs, but anyway, it's just something, yeah, also on the list to do. Okay. Was nice to see you all, and I hope your heart will find a way to bring love into your life, and yeah, just love, with the world, with people around, and love with a person, your soulmate. It's just different, very, you know, very. I'm talking, and yeah, very different, very strong, right? To have this person in life, special person, just the most beautiful thing. As long as we are ready to open our heart, it just move on, because I understand we all live our lives, we all have our traumas and bad experience before, and sometimes it just hold us there. Yeah, I wish you guys to be courage, like strong, to in order to get over and just move on with opening new chapters in your life. Okay, guys, see you. Bye bye.